Brothers and sisters, in this video, White Man's Dream will teach you how to build a Mercedes-Benz G-Class from scratch. First, you need to get a large box, preferably one with an engine. Oh, not the 463, this is its grandfather, the 460. This car, or rather, half of this car, I don't remember the production year anymore, but using the half-life observation method, I estimate its age to be at least 40 years old, meaning it was produced in the 1980s. Our goal this time is still to restore it to its original condition. The rebirth of a Mercedes-Benz GL 450 takes 3 months, so how long will it take to build a Mercedes-Benz G-Class? We're still calculating, so if you want to see its final state, please subscribe. Wait a minute, are you sure this car is a Mercedes-Benz G-Class? I'm sure, the classic trapezoidal frame. Come on. Please help me observe whether this car is the original version. This G-Class is purely what you see is what you get. You can't even find an identification mark on it, only some parts still have blurry nameplates, such as the gearbox manufactured in Kassel, Germany. The only reasonable explanation is that this 460 was once stripped bare as a parts car. Restoring it would be incredibly difficult. Saying we're building a G-Class from scratch isn't an exaggeration. We're not entirely confident about taking on this task, but the thought of restoring it to its original condition is incredibly exciting. If you're as excited about that as I am, please leave a like, comment, and share. Look at the red and white paint job. It was later repainted white, kind of. But why is the white paint job so bad? Well, over these 4 long years, even the best white paint job would look like this, wouldn't it? No, I guess this was modified in the 1990s. They didn't have spray guns back then, they used brushes. The G-Class back then was purely a work vehicle, just used for work. Based on observation and speculation, I think it should be a 4-cylinder 2.3-liter engine. This is the intake. Look, the intake height is almost up to my chest. It's gasoline, this is electric cooling. The brakes are done, and this is the car. This is where the air conditioning intake is, right? This is a toolbox, you know? Where's the key for your tractor's steering wheel?
I thought it was a trash can.
It's really good. This kind of car, you feel safe just looking at it. Look at these big, thick iron pipes. What kind of structural strength does this have, right? For this car, you can draw 3 or 4 sheets of blueprints and give them to the 8 Iron Brothers, and they'll whip up a big one for you in 3 days. Speaking of the body of this car, everyone's first impression is probably that special weight distribution that runs from front to back. But this is different. It has many thick steel pipes. This is one section, right? This is another section, and there's another section with various reinforced crossbars. The reinforced crossbars resist the torsion of the chassis. It's still the most shameless design. Even the previous generation 463 still used front and rear rigid axles. Look, the door sill has already been patched. It was dented in a collision and wasn't properly repaired afterward, and then it rusted, so they had to patch it again. That's my guess. A car body that hasn't been welded is a big taboo. It means its life is incomplete, which doesn't fit its purpose. It's like me not having published an article in a national newspaper. Shameless. When you see this on a car, it's like seeing mold on a piece of meat. That's how you should compare it. That's what truly fits its
purpose.
Okay, you've eaten pork, now go run a lap, and I'll see the pig run. You run, I see you running every day, I've seen enough. So the rust is very serious. It looks like it's been parked somewhere for a long time. Anyway, wasn't plastic a very expensive thing in the 80s? They used metal for the central console. Yes, they were afraid that the plastic would break if something was moved around in the car, so they just used iron. Hey, I found a year sticker, GNON Environmental Protection Bureau, 2007. See, even something I randomly found is older than you. Back then, the big taboo was martial arts, dividing into 4 factions. Now, the big taboo is everything is full of flaws. I'm not doing this episode, this is the first time. Squatting down to look at the car. It's a 4-wheel drive, manual transmission, 5-speed. First gear.
Hey.
Second gear. Third gear. Fourth gear. Fifth gear. What are these 2 for? These 2 are for the cup holder design, not these 2. Okay. Your brain isn't working properly. These 2 are the front and rear differentials. Yes, front and rear differential locks. I just said differential lock. Hey, 1 front lock and 1 rear lock. Look, this should have been used for some other special purpose vehicle, like the roof. This is the siren sound, different modes. The small one is the tachometer.
Damn, this car has 27,484 kilometers on it.
Look, the display shows 999, which is the maximum. Oh, right, it must have gone around many times. One particularly interesting thing is that these two pieces of glass on the back can be swapped left and right. This logo faces outwards, and that logo faces inwards. That's the general characteristic. This piece of sheet metal must be straight up and down. If it has even a slight curve, the left and right windows won't be interchangeable. Look, everyone, the fuel tank on this vehicle is behind the rear axle. Is this where you refuel? Yes, the fuel tank must be very large, given the seating arrangement. This version should have seats here, a row of seats here, and another row of seats here. Look at all these screw holes, and it has double doors. Look, there's a hinge here, and another hinge here.
Oh, right? Right? Considering the
Warning lights. Wow, this car has a very rich history. It has a high towing capacity. Hey, it's useful and quite practical. The birth year of the first generation G-Class dates back 7 years. Don't let its relatively short history fool you. It has a very rich experience. So, for this part of the history, we have invited Professor Mu Sanchi to tell us about it. The first generation G-Class we have here was conceived as early as 1972. Mercedes-Benz's initial intention in developing it was to secure a contract for German military vehicles, but the German government chose Volkswagen's Iltis instead. Unable to do otherwise, in 1979, the G-Class was launched onto the market as a civilian vehicle, with the chassis code W460. The first generation was produced until, in 1991, they also managed to defeat Otis and regain the German military vehicle order, completing a remarkable turnaround from military reform to remilitarization. The maintenance steps for this vehicle are completely different from our previous vehicles. For an engine of this age, you at least need to confirm that it can start before you repair it. Otherwise, if it malfunctions inside, the engine parts will be shattered. Then all your repair work will be in vain, right? So at least you need to confirm that it can power on, rotate, ignite, and inject fuel. Then it's not far from starting. First step, power on. We installed an old battery, checked the water tank for water, and then checked the engine oil. Hey, there's oil. Is this engine oil? Isn't this petroleum? Why is it so old? Let's see if it can power on. This is the first major hurdle for this big machine, seeing if the engine is still usable. Seeing the engine again, I'm a little excited, friends. Can it turn? If it can't turn, this engine is probably scrap. There's power. It can. Turn, friends. But there's no fuel and no spark. Next, let's check if it can ignite. We've already checked the circuit, and sparks are coming out, but the sparks are very weak, and the ignition ability is very poor. We'll put that aside for now and add fuel to the car. We'll check the fuel system again to see if fuel comes out. No, it's still not injecting fuel, everyone. It's been 3 hours, messing with this fuel. Why isn't there any fuel? Is it a power problem? With such a simple engine structure, I don't believe I can't fix it. If it doesn't start tonight, I'm not going home. Go home. Let's go home. We always thought it was a circuit problem, but after taking the fuel system apart, we found that the fuel pump wasn't working at all. How do you properly test this thing? Use a multimeter to test that group, but next I'll show you a wrong testing method. Come on, move back a little. Does it turn? See, it doesn't turn at all, right? It doesn't turn at all. Okay, stop. There's gasoline in this thing, right? This thing has sparks. Playing with fire is dangerous. Playing with fire is dangerous, you know.